The worst part of last night, a Russian ballistic missile hit a family home. I'm Ukrainian journalist, I'm in Kyiv right now, so I'll tell you how we lived through one more missile attack last night, through the eyes of Ukrainians. Just yesterday I said we were waiting for an attack and that we didn't know who would still be alive today. That wasn't a feeling. Zelensky said it out loud on Wednesday evening. He said the Russia had been getting ready for a big strike for a few days and that it would probably come that night. Yes, he was right. Last night Russia sent 158 signed at us 34 missiles and 84 attack drone on one of the biggest mixed attack of this year. And now the bad news. A Russian ballistic missile, an Iskander-M, fired from Voronezh, hit a family home in a village called Radushne near Kryvyi Rih. It wasn't a breeze, it was a missile we shot down. It didn't go, of course. It was a direct hit on a house where a big family lived, the Voronov family. Artem was 47, Alena was 41. 7 of their kids were in the house. Mark was 17. He was starting to work on the railway in Kryvyi Rih, and then Dominika, Viorica, Zachary, Azari, Alai, Veronica and Emilia. Their grandson was there too, on a half years old. His name was also Artem, named after his grandfather. That boy father, the oldest son in the family, is in the army right now. One older daughter and one more son are abroad and the grandmother is alive. This family raised 10 children. Rescue workers pulled 6 bodies out first, then they keep digging. Some of them will have to be identified by body parts. That's what's left. 2 houses were fully destroyed, 5 more were damaged. A neighbor, Natalia, said this: "We ran over and started pulling the roof apart. We got the older boy out, the younger one was deeper down under the bed. While we were digging, the house caught fire. All the neighbors came running with buckets. The flames were high and there was gas. By the time all the services got there, we had dug out 2 kids, but the 8 children and the parents from the big family, we walked around and listened. Nobody answered." Those 2 boys she saved, 6 and 15, they were from the house next door. They went to hospital with their mother. From the Voronov house, only one living thing came out, the dog. His name is Rocky. I don't know what to call this, it's tragedy. Last night they hit Kyiv too. My girlfriend and I woke up when a ballistic missile came down close to us. We ran over there into the hallway to hide. 1 person died in Kyiv. Firefighters found the body while they were pulling out a fire in the Svyatoshinsky district. On Obolon district market, stalls were burning at Pochina market. At the Pochina market, there's a crater there now. More than 1,600 square meters were on fire in the city last night, and they damaged 2 entrance hall of Pochina metro station, the same station where people were hiding from those missiles at the last moment. Year 5 of this war. My state right now, dead inside. We can't do this anymore. We feel dead inside after a night like this, after news like this. All family gone. Lviv was one of the main targets last night, and that's not normal. The west of the country has been fairly quiet for a long time. The mayor Sadoway said 22 missiles came at the city. He called it one of the biggest strikes Lviv has ever had. Direct hits 1-2 apartments block on Patona Street and Vygovskovo Street. Whole floors just gone. 34 people were hurt, 3 of them children, 21 homes damaged, plus a school and 2 kindergartens. People were pulling the rubble apart with their bare hands, right next to the rescue workers. Sadovay said one line that made me go cold. He said, "We're lucky most people went to the shelter." Now let me tell you why we could not stop this. Our air defense took down 3,120 targets out of 3,158. That's a very good result, but look at what's inside that number. Out of 61 cruise missiles, we shot down 54. Out of 13 missiles that come down on a ballistic path, 9 Iskanders and 4 Zircons, we shot down 1. 9 of them got through. In Ukraine, only Patriot can stop a ballistic missile, and we're running out of the missile it needs. Zelensky said it straight yesterday. How that come too late? Delay in sending anti-ballistic missiles. That's exactly what causes this damage, exactly these deaths. That's why the Voronov family is dead. Not because our air defense is bad, because there was nothing left to shoot at that missile with. And here is probably the most interesting part of all this. Last night a Russian cruise missile, an X-101, flew over Poland during this attack. It went into NATO airspace, that from out Foreign Minister Sybiga says, and it didn't just fly over. In Belgorod country, between 2 villages, they found a crater just after 5 in the morning, and pieces of something scattered around a field about 2 kilometers from people's home. Prime Minister Tusk dropped his whole schedule and drove them himself. Military police, the security service, bomb expert and investigators are all on site. A government source told Polish media everything points to this being a Russian missile. There is no official result from the investigation yet, I have to say that honestly, but Poland did put fighter jet in the air. They put their air defense on alert. They turned on the siren in Lublin. And the missile still got through. That's the real problem here. It's not that the Polish didn't want to stop it, it's that nobody could. Not us, because we're running out of interceptor, and not NATO on its own ground. Now let me remind you what's going on in the background. There has been a lot of conflict between Poles and Ukrainians lately. Some Poles are angry at Ukrainians because of Nawrocki politics. He keeps bringing up history to score points and pull in his radical voters. It started as an argument about memory and the UPA. 2 months later, it has reached the question of military aid to Ukraine. And it shows up on the street in Wrocław. A young Ukrainian couple was attacked. A court just put 2 suspects in jail for 3 months. Near Warsaw, police arrested a 63-year-old man who threatened a Ukrainian and shouted insult at him for this nationality. Ukrainians get blamed for everything now in Poland. And then a Russian missile landed in Poland. Are you serious, Poles? Are you serious? Is this what you want? Do you want Ukraine to lose? And then what's your plan? With Russian on your border. You are playing a very dangerous game and you can't protect yourself. So please, I'm asking you, stop this. Let's be at peace together because we're allies, because we're matter to each other. It's true. I believe there are a lot of smart Poles who understand the price of these political games. And that price just got very real. It's a crater in a field near Tarnowa, Colonia. 2 kilometers from somebody's house. And tomorrow the Russian will make up a story that you have Nazis. And there they will say you need to be denazified. That's exactly what they said about us. But you know that's Russian propaganda. You know it's lie. We are defending ourselves. And we are turned out we're defending you too along the way. Well like that. Let's build peace together, not war. And theirs aren't even my word. This is almost exactly what Zelensky said in Lublin a few hours before this attack. Anti-ballistic defense is the key priority. The safety of Ukraine is also the safety of Poland. A few hours after he said this, Russian missile came down in Lublin province. By the way, yesterday President Zelensky came to Poland right after his trip to the United States. He met Prime Minister Tusk in Lublin. They talk about defense, about missile defense and about the safety of Ukrainians living in Poland. And this was his first visit to Poland since the scandal with Nawrocki, after the story with the medal and the UPA. Mr. Nawrocki, are you busy? Busier than a war in Europe? You are spent 2 months pushing arguments about history while your neighborhood is burning. Last night, one more family was killed. A lot of Ukrainians didn't survive. And that same night, a Russian missile came down on your land, 2 kilometers from Polish homes. Your Prime Minister got in a car and went to the site himself. Where are you? With your historical politics. We're bravely surviving here. We're sleeping in the shelter. You should be ashamed.